I reloaded from the previous one to go grab Tristan. So.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Newton's clear, not a cultist alive.
I shall allow myself a moment of relief. Moment passed. I'd hoped killing the cultists was its own reward. But you may also take this. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you?
Let's hear it.
One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it.
What's the Hyperion Reticulum?
The web is an order-crafted network of information collection satellites. Our would-be protectorate overlords squandered them as glorified surveillance devices. We actually implanted a backdoor in the web to bring it back under our control, should a circumstance like this arise. But we did not foresee certain protectorate modifications. But let's not speak of that. Find a way past the protectorate at the crash site, collect the data, and return it here. Violence is likely, but perhaps you'll find an alternative.
And that's why I went and grabbed Tristan, in case he would chime in with some unique dialogue. Any ideas how I might be able to solve this without violence?
Only theoretically. The protectorate guarding the site will be anything but welcoming. You'd likely need to find something, or someone, to wrest their attention away from you. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise.
Nothing from Tristan?
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Just getting a screenshot.
Bending my ear? Speak freely.
So she snaps when she sees Azza, a cultist, but she doesn't care that I'm walking around with an arbiter from the protectorate.
The plan never fails.
Miss Doyle's still on her break, but I'm happy to assist you.
If it isn't my favorite collaborator. I thought I said we shouldn't be seen together.
I need to retrieve data from a crashed satellite in protectorate territory. Can you help? I forgot that she had a quest for me. Or she was part of another quest, so she wouldn't leave this area. She won't despawn until I get help with the quest.
You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord?
All right, tell me what you're gonna do with it first.
You've no doubt heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Sub Rosa benefits from all the knowledge it can acquire. I can tell you no more than that.
All right, I agree.
We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
I didn't read the... Oh, I just leveled up to level 30. Wait, looks like there's still space. Do I go above 30? You know, I have no points in melee because I don't use melee, but there might be skill checks in the future. Like there was now a skill check for explosives that I had to do. And we'll go ahead and just drop it into melee. Why not? With Az's questline done, that makes Psychopath pointless. I mean, everyone's questlines are done. Is there any other speech-related stuff that could help me during speech time? Diffuser? No. Sure, why not? What do you got? Energy relay throws a gadget that emits energy to all allies in a radius. While within the radius, the party's weapons are electrified, dealing bonus shock damage. So this is Mind Discombobulator. Discombobulate. Marisol occasionally throws a gadget near you that confuses all enemies in the area around it, while confused enemies wander aimlessly. We'll get the shock damage. Even though Discombobulate's great. Ground Shaker, when performing his companion ability, rather than knocking the target down, he instead slams the ground, dealing damage and knocking everyone down. So yes. Propulsion Rocket. Tristan's grenade launcher attachment gains support for a rocket, propelling him forward during his companion ability. His companion ability now deals considerably more damage and knocks the targets down for longer. So they both basically do the same thing? So this is the area around him. This is the area in front of him. Such a hard choice, because they both basically do the same thing. I think him flying like a rocket is better, though. But I would like Ground Shaker. Oh well. We're going to get the rocket one. Rockets explode! Okay, wait, I forgot I never read the quest. Crash Course in Telemetry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go drop that off. Satellite from the Hyperion Reticum recently crashed on Paradise Island, and v.a.l.e.r.i.e craft has asked you to recover its data before the Protectorate do. Accomplish this task, and you might finally earn an audience with the presiding bishop herself. So I'm at the end of both of their things, I believe. This one's telling me I'm going to have an in with Ruth. The other one was for having an in with Auntie. But back to Paradise. Tristan, we got 2 tickets to Paradise. How many tickets do you have? Well, I guess I technically have 6. I don't think Valerie needs a ticket. Also, oh wait, I don't need a ticket. Tristan doesn't need a ticket. I don't need a ticket. Valerie doesn't need a ticket. And Niles doesn't need a ticket. Because the Earth Protectorate has just been given the approval to go where we please. And, Tristan's an arbiter. And this is a Protectorate planet. So then I guess also it was taken over so Inez could go here. So our 2 tickets to Paradise, I'm just making up random garbage while I'm waiting for this to waiting for it to load me on. Our 2 tickets will go to Azza, who's not allowed to be here, and just a random location, and Marisol. I believe that she's still alive in this universe of my save files. I never came here. Right? Let's see. I guess they all pulled out. Once you finish the main story, all the Protectorate here leave. Oh, I forgot I got a bomb suit here. Well, I read it in that other... we've got Kelvin Nakamura. I read about the bomb suit in the video where I opened this. Okay. Yeah, they all seem to have pulled out. Ow! Right on top of it.
Commander, stop dying!
Stop dying, Commander. Don't worry. That was the shortcut. Only cost me one thing of food. Crashed satellite over here? Wait, I already know there's no enemies over here. Everyone's dead. They were killed by raptidons. I've already cleared this location, because I didn't know it was going to be part of a story. Oh no, wait, you're new. You guys weren't here before. Yeah, this is all new. Alright.
What fortune! Our technician manifests at last.
Oh, that's the lie you told them? I was your technician? Yeah, none of this... This is way too close to Fairfield. There's no way that this would... Okay. Halstead. So before, this was,
Up there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you.
There a problem, ma'am?
Evidently so. Satellites from our magnificent Hyperion reticulum do not tumble so gracelessly down from the skies every day. Some might label me mistrustful, but I wonder at your sudden assignment to this matter. Your tardiness, too, invites questions. It raises doubt you are even who you presume to be.
I feel like Tristan would have chimed in here, or she would have turned and said, oh, Arbiter! But okay. Do you normally question orders handed down from your superiors?
Not ordinarily, no, but we are at war. These are uncommon circumstances, and you have not given me sufficient reason to trust you.
There's nothing suspicious about showing up when I'm expected.
Both the corporatists and those underhanded smugglers, sub rosa, have attempted to infiltrate our ranks before, embedding their own operatives. Not that they have ever been truly successful, of course. The Protectorate is mightily impregnable. Any true subject would easily spot a cuckoo in the nest.
Again, I don't know why Tristan is not chiming in here. Well, I can lie. Your doubt wounds me. I'm a loyal Protectorate subject, only seeking to do my duty.
There is no mistaking the zeal and ardor in your voice. I will not apologize for my caution, though I will acknowledge I held amounts of it in overabundance. You may avail yourself of the satellite. Matriarch guide you in your work.
You look high as fuck right now, Tristan. Yeah, I don't get why she wouldn't. Every other time, I guess not every other time, but most of the time, they will acknowledge that Tristan is here.
Go about your business, then.
Hyperion satellite information. The satellite is deeply damaged, but its data cartridge has remained intact. Retrieve the data. This data from the crashed satellite appears unintelligible to you. Hopefully the Order will be able to decode it. How did that one lone flower not get burnt to a crisp?
Finished already? Go about your business then.
That was it. I wonder if I didn't do the Sub Rosa path, would Tristan have chimed in? Yep. Way to put your... Oh, look at that. Knife and fork are tiny. So did you guys kill the 2 farmers that were over here? I do, what I do need to do is get myself a monkey, so...
Have you read any worthwhile periodicals of late?
Actually, I'm fairly engrossed in a tome about the gravitational effects on ballistics at the moment. I could add it to the ship's library if you're interested.
Not particularly. Do you happen to have any books about close quarters combat?
Let me think. I know I have Slice of Pie, the geometry of bladed weapons, somewhere. I'll dig it out. It has a lot of illustrations. You might like it.
Bladed weapons are decidedly secondary to bludgeons. But I suppose I could peer at an image or two.
Get a room, you two. Oh, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't kill the farmers. They're both still here. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait, no, that's blood. There was one of the bathrooms where someone blew the toilet up. Just right next to the toilet was a laxatives. It's been so long since I've gone through these houses on this planet. Was it this one? I already took the laxatives, I think, but I remember one of these bathrooms just had a thing of laxatives and a nasty brown glob. Let's go get ourselves a monkey. And then we're good to go.
Blah, blah. Taking care of citizens is developing possible customers. So come out here yourself, Mr. Sheriff. Yeah, that subject laughed after the first time we tried talking to him.
Okay. Let's head back. I gotta remember, where is it on this planet? Right here. And I don't have to give a copy to Sub Rosa. But the order is just going to be like, we predicted you would do that anyways. So I'm going to do it anyways. Because they predicted I would do that. We wouldn't want the order to be liars.
people are gonna start to talk.
I have that satellite data for you, as promised.
Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
No, I don't know what that's part of. That's it.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Crash satellite found, information retrieved. Here you are.
Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been. Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet.
Thanks. Sabrosa gave me $2 grand. Professor check. Nothing quite so exciting as reclaiming deferred academia, eh?
Not by a factor of thousands. You'll have to tell me about your scholastic experiences someday, colleague. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior. Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Okay, so nothing new. Oh, Tristan. Alright. Well. Oh. Holden. You moved. Well, I need to go and grab Inez. And I don't need to. But I brought Inez and Marisol for my conversation with Auntie. I'll bring the same two people for the same conversation. Okay, back to going to talk to Ruth. Well, we'll talk to Alden first. Now that he's moved.
Good to see you again. I had hoped we could speak earlier, but no matter. A little time remains. You are a crucial variable in the solution to a critical problem. Since the unfortunate end of the peace talks, Gertie and I have kept in communication, and we believe it is still possible to get the Order and Auntie's Choice to work together. When you go in to speak with the presiding bishop, please raise the issue with her. I assure you this is the correct thing to do. For yourself, for us, for Arcadia.
We did talk earlier. Okay. Let's say I help you. What do I get out of this?
For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's Choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia.
Yeah, I understand. I'll bring it up with Ruth.
Farewell. I would say good luck, but I put no stock in chance, only probability. May the plan favor us against long odds. Be the statistical exception to the natural state of entropy in the universe.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to make any commitment until I know what those goals are.
Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am v.a.l.e.r.i.e, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
All right, well, that's quite the entrance you made. What's that machine you got there?
My sensory deprivation chamber. I spend the majority of my days closed inside the silence, dulling myself against the tedious excesses of the body and mind.
That's neat. Can I try it out?
It's a rather personal apparatus, customized to my biological measurements. Would you ask to try on a stranger's undersuit? Perhaps you would. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Accept a trophy. Anyone else would have done the same.
If your actions were so easily imitable, then we would not be speaking right now. Accept the credit. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. It's recently come to my attention that secret communications have been exchanged between Laplace's garden and the undisputed claim. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I'm working with Gertie and Alden to negotiate a truce between you and Auntie.
I should have known. Vicar Levin has made this appeal to me at least thrice since his return. He really cannot accept a solution he did not devise.
Well, I don't have negotiator. What would that have been from? I consider you a wise leader, Bishop. Wise enough to see the potential benefits here. It's a speech of 4.
Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. I will put the question to you one final time. Are you certain you would rather pursue this path than work exclusively with the Order? There will be no future option to reconsider.
Auntie didn't give me this. Auntie just said yes. From what I can remember, she didn't say, "Are you sure you don't want to work with me?" I'm sure. I want Auntie's choice and the Order to work together.
Then I will endeavor to bring that vision to fruition, if the plan wills it. A true in-person meeting between myself and Auntie could never take place due to the security risks. But perhaps a remote conference could be a viable alternative. The odds of you persuading Auntie Cleo to agree are unfavorable. But the math does improve if you have greater standing within her corporation.
I'm way ahead of you. I've already been doing some work for Auntie's choice.
Oh, I am well aware of your extracurriculars. I only lacked the context to understand them until now. You've certainly built out a commendable framework for this discussion. Hopefully your forward thinking extends to the negotiations themselves. Once you have met with Auntie, instruct her to send me a communique. We can finesse the details of a conference then.
All right, well, before I go, I have some questions for you.
My time is yours, for the moment.
How does one become presiding bishop of the Order?
Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat.
That's so stupid. You know what? Probably would have the same chance of a bad leader as any other system I've heard of.
Yes, there's a reason they call it the madness of crowds. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote.
Why did the last presiding bishop choose you?
My predecessor, Presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate, the compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life.
Well, do you think Orlo would approve of everything you've done as bishop?
Likely not. But it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor in understanding and sentiment. And I can reliably assert that I have done that.
All right, well, you went to a lot of trouble to recreate Eden's conditions here on Cloister. Why?
Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spyreton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim.
I don't get to bring up the fact that you have an experiment going on to mind control people's emotions? Thanks for taking the time to indulge my curiosity. I'll be going.
May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with Presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
That's your only chiming in you're gonna give, Marisol? I'm surprised she didn't bring up the fact that you're an ex-assassin for Orlo.
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you?
Yeah, I meant to ask you before the role of the Order played in what happened at Horizon Point.
As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now.
Well, I guess you should have disavowed them harder.
A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism.
You're not disavowing hard enough.
May you achieve progress.
You already said that.
You lose something down there?
Yes. Her pockets that I can't freaking see what she's got.
I believe our group's combined efforts are in direct accordance with the plan.
Okay.